Hello and welcome everyone to the week ahead commodity reports, where we of course will be reviewing the markets for the week ahead. Another week and another highly anticipated money making opportunity has been provided. That's one of the most lucrative trends that we're currently seeing in the financial climate right now. A survey released by Bloomberg on Friday that showed that more than 81% of individuals, they would buy gold if the US defaults on its debt. This comes as no surprise considering that gold is now emerging as one of the most sought after asset classes of 2023. Earlier this month, gold searches for the phrase how to trade gold, they hit their highest on record ever, and it doesn't stop there. A report published by the International Monetary Fund last week that showed that gold has become the world's #1 asset class of choice for those seeking protection, diversification and high returns in this current economic climate. The second most popular asset, as revealed by the report, was silver, followed closely by agriculture in third place. While the precious metals, they're understandably attracting all the attention right now, one of the best kept secrets in commodity sector is certainly agriculture. It's a fact the world cannot function and survive without agriculture. Regardless of whether the overall economy is in a recession or booming, people still have to eat, making agriculture both recession proof, crisis proof. These unique features have positioned agriculture as one of the must-have assets in every portfolio. Currently, coffee and cocoa prices, they're trading at the highest level on record. Meanwhile, sugar prices, they've surged to their highest since 2011, and they're currently up over 450% from their 2020 lows. So far, within the first 5 months of 2023, a total of 27 commodities, ranging from the metals to the energies to soft commodities, they've tallied up astronomical double to triple digit gains. And this is just the beginning. Data shows that traders, they're now pumping more money into commodities right now than at any other time in the last decade to capitalize on one of the biggest macro driven themes right now in the markets: the global banking crisis, the credit crunch, the rapidly rising recession risk, to the most hotly anticipated event of all, America edging closer to defaulting on its debt for the first time in history. Throughout our reports, we've routinely highlighted that commodity markets, they will move in very predictable cycles, presenting savvy traders with a series of highly lucrative week-to-week opportunities to profit from these huge macro-driven rallies, as well as the pullbacks as well. Once again, everything we identified with you, that has played out as predicted. But make no mistake, this is not a buy and hold market. These exciting and fast moving markets, they're creating the most optimized environment for traders. So far this year, we've seen the commodity markets, they've notched up explosive double digit gains to the upside and the downside, not once, not twice, but on multiple occasions. For traders making money in these markets, it's incredibly easy. The week to week short term macro driven opportunities that we're seeing right now, they can literally be summarized as buy low, sell high, rinse, repeat, and do that all over again. Take this month, for example, we've seen huge explosive moves on every commodity imaginable, from the metals to the energies to agriculture, gifting traders with endless opportunities to capitalize on both sides of the market moves to generate gains of over 10% or higher in a single week, sometimes in a single day. So think about that for a second. In today's inflation adjusted terms, your money sat at the bank will not even earn that sort of return in a year or even 5 years from now. That's why it's no surprise that banks around the world, they're struggling to retain deposits. Logically, it makes no sense why anyone would want to keep their hard-earned money sat in the bank account on a near to 0% interest rate while simultaneously allowing inflation to devalue their purchasing power, when they can achieve weekly returns of 10% or higher by actively managing their wealth through trading. Right now, we have crisis on top of crisis, and that, as traders know, translates to opportunity on top of opportunity. This is the time that traders wait decades for. It's times like these that make millionaires and billionaires out of regular people. There's a lot of traders out there that completely missed out on two of the previous greatest wealth transfers in history, including the global financial crisis in 2008 and more recently the pandemic of 2020. The ones that saw the opportunity and knew how to capitalize, they accumulated life-changing wealth. But once again, we find ourselves at the forefront of one of the biggest wealth creation opportunities of all time. The explosive cocktail of events that is currently unfolding, that is now presenting the third greatest wealth transfer of our lifetimes. More millionaires and billionaires, they will be made this time round than ever before. The only question is, will you be one of them? Do not underestimate what you can achieve in the next 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, and 12 months from now. Here at the Gold and Silver Club, we're consistently banking over 10,000 points profit per month, which you've been transparently documenting throughout our weekly videos. So if you're trading at one lot, that's $100,000. If you're trading at 10 lots, that's $1 million. The majority of our clients at the Gold and Silver Club are using our proprietary research-driven trading approach. They've already made in excess of 6 and 7 figures this month alone. Historically, each time commodities have started the year on a positive note, they've always gone on to finish the year outperforming every other asset class out there. These past few years, they've just been a taster of what is yet to come. If you want to take advantage of these extraordinary markets and huge money-making opportunities on offer, then there's no better time than now. Go to jointhegoldandsilverclub.com to learn how our mentorship program can help take your trading to the next level. Investing in yourself, it is the best investment you will ever make. Your future, that's created by what you do today. Make investing in yourself a priority because nobody else is going to do it for you. So with that, let's move over to the charts and we'll talk you through exactly what we're looking at here as we go into next week. So firstly, we have to mention natural gas here. We've been long natural gas, as you know, building positions at the swing lows. And in fact, on the breakout that we've seen to the upside here, we're taking the opportunity now to bank over 1,500 points profit so far on natural gas. So I would certainly keep an eye on this market going into next week. We may well also see gaps higher into the Sunday open. So just to give you the stats on this, basically natural gas on Thursday, it broke out over 11% in a single day. For last week, it's up 14%. And you can see, in fact, if we just go out on the chart here, the breakout that we've seen all the way back out now to 7-week highs here for natural gas. So we've seen a lovely move to the upside. As you know, we've been talking you through this opportunity on natural gas, big opportunities to buy back in at the swing lows. We retested the 2 zone again. This is the level that was retested over the month of April here as well. The last time we were trading all the way back down towards these swing lows was in fact going all the way back to 2020. After that, natural gas prices, they went on to more than quadruple in price. So there's been some huge opportunities for you to maximize it on this trade. So I do hope that you managed to kill it here as well. Now with the dollar index, we talked you through this trade opportunity as well. We took the opportunity to bank more profits last week on the breakout. We saw over a 1% breakout to the upside last week, but essentially what we've seen is clearance back towards the 9-week highs here. As you've seen, both the euro and the pound, they've tumbled. As you mentioned before, we were positioning for dollar strength over the month of May. As the saying goes, sell in May and go away. This refers to often May being a very risk-off month and pressure to the downside on the metals. You absolutely see that if you go over, for example, and have a look at gold. Gold, as we mentioned, we expected the top to be put in after the CPI data. Since then, gold has broken down 1,000 points to the downside. We've also seen silver prices. They've dropped more than 11% to the downside as well. And of course, we've also capitalized on the platinum sell short here, banked over 500 points, not once, but twice on the sell side, capitalizing on the volatility in both directions here on the metals. So it's been fantastic just to see that all play out as we've been talking you through over the month of May. Expect this selling pressure on the metals. And again, if you just go back to the price action with gold, that's all played out. We've seen also GDX, the gold miners, they're broken down significantly over the last week. And that, of course, that's followed through to all of the metals, everything from copper to gold to platinum to silver. Now, copper is actually one that I put on your radar last week as well. I do like the setup here back down towards the swing lows. You can see we got a bid on Friday there at the peak of the move, the peak of the breakout we saw on Friday. We saw a 1% surge here. We've closed up just under 1% on the day there. See, we're really starting to get sticky here around the 3.5 handle. Multiple tests into that zone. So going into next week and between now, the end of the month, if we can just get clearance over the recent weekly highs here, especially as we get closer towards the public holiday, right at the end of May, where typically you do tend to see spikes on copper. Now, if I just go over as well to crude oil. So crude oil, of course, had the lovely breakout that we saw following on the FOMC statement. That's where we came back down and the price action swept the previous swing lows. This is where we took the opportunity to add several trades there, and we've continued to see that follow through here over the course of the month so far. Last week we had over a 2% gain here for crude oil. We did get a pullback into Friday's close here, but you can see where we're building out the base at the moment. The main way I'm looking to trade oil at the moment is if we were to roll over and come back and retest these swing lows, these levels of liquidity that were tested back on the 20th of March and also right at the beginning of May. These are zones where I'm looking to add further exposure. However, if we do just continue to break out from here, very simply I'm going to scale out of more profits from our lower trades. That's the plan. It's very clear here for oil. If we can break out from here, build up some momentum between now and going into June or bank more profit. If we were to roll over, break back down towards the previous swing lows here, I would look to try and get in as low as possible, especially if we can grab the liquidity from these swing lows that were last tested back in March, back at the beginning of May. Those will be certainly levels of interest for us if we were to get a retest back down towards those zones. At the moment, the major headlines are all revolving around the debt ceiling right now. That's going to provide plenty of volatility going into next week. And alongside that, we have the FOMC statement moving into June as well. So there's going to be back-to-back macro-driven opportunities for you to capitalize on, and whatever long-term goal you're looking to achieve through trading, whether that's to create a full-time income, a second replacement income, or just to earn a better return on your savings, now is the time to take action to really give yourself the gift of a better 2023. If you want to maximize your money making potential and thrive, not just survive in these fast moving markets, then you need to adapt your strategy to the current market conditions. Most importantly, utilize a professional, research driven approach. One of the biggest obstacles that holds back 99% of retail traders from achieving their desired success, it's not having access to the correct professional strategies, institutional level data, and market intelligence to make confident decisions with accuracy and certainty. There's a huge gap between the top 1% of professional traders and the bottom 99% of misguided retail traders who simply rely on outdated technical analysis and gimmicky technical indicators that don't work in these markets. If you want to get yourself out of the bottom 99% and into the top 1% who are actually crushing it, making 6, 7, and 8-figure returns in these markets right now, then you need to utilize a professional, research-driven approach, or you'll just end up wasting lots of time, money, and effort. You'll have no results to show for all of your hard work. In these rapidly changing markets, you need to be constantly innovating and evolving. Technical analysis, outdated technical indicators, they won't work. Those days, they're long gone. If that's all you're relying on, then the odds are already massively stacked up against you. And if you want to change your results, then you have to change your thinking. If you want to learn our exclusive research-driven approach that is never taught to retail traders and only reserved for professional traders in the banks and hedge funds with access to powerful game-changing insights, including where the banks and hedge funds they're buying and selling in real time, the key liquidity zones so you can enter and exit the market with pinpoint precision, alongside the fundamentals, the macroeconomics, the capital flows, the daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly real-time data-driven cycles, the intermarket correlations, then you need to join our mentorship program. We are in one of the greatest eras of wealth creation the world has ever seen. And if you want to successfully capitalize on the huge money-making opportunities ahead and build significant life-changing wealth, there's no better time than right now. If you want to upgrade your income, then you have to upgrade your skills. Never underestimate what you can achieve in the next few months from now with the right guidance and mentorship. Time is the most valuable commodity that we have. Make sure that you don't waste it. If you want to join our community of successful traders and take your trading to the next level, there is an opportunity for you to do so. As a member, you get access to our exclusive live trading room webinars. You get access to real-time trade ideas, access to institutional research and market intelligence, access to our private Members Academy website, and also support and one-to-one mentoring. For more information, just go to jointhelivetradingroom.com. The link is also below this report in the description, so just click on the link, make an application, and we will of course get in touch with you ASAP.